everyone, welcome to The Composer's Life. I'm Nadia, your host, a fellow composer, and I love learning as much as I can about composing so that I can share it with you. I try to cover a range of topics from the act of composing itself to the lifestyle of a composer, so make sure you subscribe so you know when a new episode is published. I just want to apologize for the audio quality in my podcast last week. As I said, it has been a year since I updated my podcast, and the audio quality was not very good because my software that I was using changed, so I'm still figuring out what to record on and how to edit it to be the best quality it can. So apologies for that. Hopefully moving forward, it can only get better. As an update in my own composing career, I've recently moved to a new country, so now I'm based in the UK and I'm very excited about it. I'm currently practicing a lot of piano because I want to become a better player, and I'm studying a lot of music theory. In terms of composing, I'm currently working on a Christmas library for creators. So I'm not composing per se too much, more arranging some songs, but that is what I'm currently working on. Now let's get to the really important stuff of today's episode, which is composing with Mixolydian. This is fifth in a mini-series about composing with the modes. So far, I've covered Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, and Lydian. If you're new to this series, I would start at the beginning with Ionian because that is where I explain what a mode is and all the basic principles of a mode. And with that, welcome to the world of Mixolydian. You've probably noticed this, but the name Mixolydian has the name Lydian within it. I wasn't sure if this meant something, so I researched the etymology and learned that all of the mode names are from ancient Greek. Apparently, Mixolydian literally means half Lydian. Mixo has a base meaning to mix, and Lydia was an ancient country, but in the case of music refers to the mode Lydian, so it is half Lydian or mixed Lydian. Because of the meaning, I'm going to play each scale side by side. First Lydian, then Mixolydian. They do sound quite similar as they are both mainly based on a major scale. But let's ditch Lydian for now and focus on Mixolydian. Here it is one more time. I don't know if it's how I'm playing it, but this mode kind of makes me want to dance. That's the best way I could describe it. Anyways, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Mixolydian is mostly a major scale. The only difference is one note, the 7th scale degree, which is lowered a half step. Here's a major and then a Mixolydian scale side by side. It's super simple. I'll do it with A major. All I'm doing is lowering the 7th scale degree down a half step. And I'll try again with B flat major. In case you'd like to know Mixolydian's pattern of half and whole steps, it goes whole, whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole. Now, as a little add-on, you can pick any major key. I'm going to pick C major, for example, and find a Mixolydian scale within the key. All you have to do is play the major scale. So again, I am picking C major. And start and end it on the 5th scale degree. In C major, that is G. So I'm going to play a C major scale, but start and end on G. This gives me a Mixolydian scale, because normally in a G major key, I would have an F sharp, which is the 7th scale degree, but when I play it in the context of a C major key signature, it gives me an F natural, which is a lowered 7th scale degree. So these are the basic ways you can break down a Mixolydian scale. First, you can play any major scale and just lower the 7th degree a half step. You can follow its pattern of whole and half steps starting on any note, or you can find a major key signature and simply play that key scale starting and ending on its fifth scale degree. Now, to give you a sense of what this mode can sound like in real music, I have a list of songs that you can look up. I don't have context for these pieces, but most of them are pop/popular music that you've probably heard before. The first might not be. The first is Johann Jakob Froberger's piece Canzone 5 in G. The second is Royals by Lord. Third, All Blues by Miles Davis. Fourth, I Think We're Alone Now by the Shondells. I don't remember what number we're on, but next is the theme from Star Trek. And last is You and I by Lady Gaga. There are so many songs and compositions based in the Mixolydian mode. It has such variety to it, and I feel like it's relatively easy to compose in because it's only a one-note difference. I'm going to try and using it now to create my own composition. To start off, I'm going to pick a random note on my keyboard. That's an E for all of you who don't have perfect pitch, myself included. So I will be composing in E Mixolydian. I'm not going to pick a time signature for this. I'll do whatever feels right. But first off, I'm going to stack some triads in the E Mixolydian scale so that I can pick a harmony that I like, and then I'll just build off of that. Well, that came out very quickly. I picked a really simple harmony pattern, just moving from one chord to another over and over again. And it was pretty fun to come up with a melody over that. Here's the piece as a whole. I definitely recommend you to try and compose using this mode, as I've recommended in this entire series. The best way you can internalize a new piece of music theory is to put it into practice for yourself. so that it makes sense and you can contextualize it. This is only going to grow your skills as a composer and grow what you hear in your inner ear and everything, and will help you incorporate these new concepts into your own music. This episode was a lot shorter than the other ones. I'm trying to change it up because I'm sure it can get a little boring to hear the same structure over and over again in the mode. So let me know if you liked how this episode came out today. If you need some more help with understanding the context, there's a link in the description notes that will take you to a blog I wrote where everything is written out. You can read it. There are visual helps. There are videos of me playing the scale. There is a link to each of the songs that I listed, and there's a PDF of the Mixolydian scale in every key. I hope you got something out of it this week and have fun studying and composing.